Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review, and I'm here today to talk to you about my thoughts on the Cosmic Fury, very first full-time female Red Ranger. This is a long time coming, and it's about freaking time. There's been a lot of long things coming with the Red Rangers. We've never had an Asian Red Ranger or a female Red Ranger until currently. The actor who was in Dino Fury, who was the Red Ranger, he's half black and half Asian. However, I had no idea. I just assumed he was black until somebody told me that he was actually mixed. And so, now we got our very first female Red Ranger full time. And so I'm pretty sure there are some people who are going to want a full 100% full on Asian Red Ranger. One day we will get one, hopefully. And so when it comes to the female Red Ranger, we've actually had two female Red Rangers and one and a half female leader. The very first female leader was Delphine in Alien Rangers, but she was the White Ranger. And then some people consider Jen from Time Force to be the leader. She was more the leader of the Time Force police squad that was back in time, but Wes was the field leader and everything because he was the Red Ranger. But then, we got our very first look at a Red Ranger in evil form in the form, in the form of the SPD A Squad, Red Ranger. She was female, but she was evil, and she was only part-time on the show. Then in Power Rangers Samurai, I forget the character's name because I don't particularly like Samurai. We actually got our very first female Red Ranger. And this was the cool, and in my opinion, this was the first true female Red Ranger because I don't consider that evil one, from A Squad, to be a real Power Ranger, even though she was good at one point in time, but we never really got to see that. And so this was really cool. And semi-round, I got to see a Red Ranger in a skirt and everything, but it did not last long. It was only temporarily. So I'm what a tease. But now in Cosmic Fury, once again, they are breaking barriers, and we got our very first Red female Ranger in the form of Amelia. She is no longer a Pink Ranger, so there is no Pink Ranger on the team. I forget the dude's name. I'm still forgetting people's name in the Dino Fury. The former Red Ranger is now the White Ranger full on, and now Amelia is that of Red. And I know they've been doing a lot of interesting stuff with her character, making her an alien and stuff like that. And then she later found out from what's his name planet, the Red Ranger dude and Ion's planet, but this is kind of cool and everything, even though I'm not a huge fan of Dino Fury, and I'm really skeptical of Cosmic Fury because only 10 episodes, and those suits still do not look like space bound. They just look like Dino refitted, And so, but we got to see the other Ranger costumes, and they still look good. I like the American made Ranger costumes, but they should have went full on a space type of vibe, But hey, whatever, what I'm saying? And so this is really cool for her. 'Cause I know she probably never imagined in a million years she would ever be a Red Ranger and be the leader of the team and stuff. So I give props to that dude who created Cosmic and Dino Fury, even though some of his decision making and storytelling I'm not a fan of and stuff. I just find Dino Fury to be very bleak and everything, and not all that compelling or exciting and everything. I have not seen the second season yet, so maybe it gets better. Hey, who knows? You know what I'm saying? But I just didn't like the first season all that particularly much. I'm just kind of okay, whatever. It is what it is, what it is. And so, but yeah. So I think this is a huge step. I would like to see more female Rangers, not female Rangers, female Red Rangers in the future. I want to see more Asian Red Rangers because that's very rare in Power Rangers and everything. Because it's weird, 30 years, and we finally had a full-on Asian and full-on female Red Ranger. that's too long to have that representation, you know what I'm saying? And also 30 years of having an LGBT Ranger in the form of the Green Ranger. It's took way too long. Now, I understand the 90s is the 90s, but still, that's no excuse, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, I hope to also see more, like, people of color and like Power Rangers has always been diverse. You've had pretty much every type of race there is on the spectrum on that show. Even some you can't even figure out what they are. Especially when they get to like the New Zealand like Power Ranger shows, like in the Disney and the Nickelodeon area, it's kind of like, what race are you? Like, I have no idea. Because Blake from Ninja Storm, I thought that dude was Asian, but he's Hispanic. My jaw dropped. And stuff. But yeah, I think this is really cool, and I hope to see more of it. Alrighty, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.